Hi there, you guys. So you guys know I love to kind of create new projects, and packaging is a particularly fun class to teach, but also it's a little bit tougher when we're not face to face. So I've come up with what I think is a really great set of projects, and this is kicking us off. You're actually going to create your own product first. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating designs for cell phone covers. I did this because I usually have students come up with a project where they find a way to create a design on an unexpected kind of print on something. And so it could be a blanket, it could be a cell phone cover, it could be a lot of things. But I thought that trying to do that in the middle of a pandemic might be a little bit more difficult. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating your own product. These are easily printed, and I give you, I think, a place where you could get them printed. I went and found some basic measurements for this. Now, if you Google your phone specifically, you'll get specific sizes in inches, but these are in millimeters, which is something you can do in Illustrator. You're not going to be doing just one. You're going to be doing three different, and they should relate. So, for example, you can see that all of these relate because they're kind of a little bit loose and sketchy. They use a black cover with white print on them. Some of them have a little bit of color, but for the most part, not heavily colored. So they relate in a couple of different ways. Yours could relate through a million different approaches. They could relate through typography. They could relate through illustration style. They could relate through the color that you used. But they need to work as a group, as if a company was putting out this set of cell phone covers that were a set that you might want to buy. All right. So you are doing three. The reason why you're doing three is because in graphic design, you almost never do one design and show it to your client and they go, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so amazing. You really have to do three different designs. And so in my advanced classes, I make sure that that's something that we do. We follow that guideline that you're typically not doing one design, you're doing multiple designs, you're showing it to your client, and then they're proceeding with the project with the one that they like, or sometimes it's emerging. It could be a lot of different things. So let's look a little bit about, I started doing this fast facts. It probably will drop off a little bit later. But you are designing three cell phone covers that relate visually but are different images. So we talked about how you're going to do that. The examples above are something that I found on the internet. They're not something that has been done by YSU students, although later in the semester you will see projects done by YSU students. At the end of the pandemic, or at the beginning of the pandemic, I took this course fully online. So we have some examples there. So you're presenting PSD mockups of all three photos. I think I even have an example of the PSD mockup you can use later on in the semester. I found one that has three different ones, and I'll probably be posting that. You are not required, but I am encouraging you to print at least one of these. And it's kind of fun to be able to say that you did the art on your back of your phone. I at one point thought about having you guys do cell phones and then a pop socket that would be, specifically placed in a spot, but I decided not to do that. So that's what we're doing here. There are no hard and fast rules about sizes because it should be sized to fit the phone that you're currently using. And so again, you should be able to Google that. So all right, sorry, I had to shut off the video for a minute so that I could get the sizes for you. I just bought an iPhone 12 Pro because my old phone was getting a little problematic. So you can see that it's giving me the height and depth. So I'm going to go ahead and click in here. Let's hope it shows up. Sometimes it gives you that information, and then when you click in, oh, perfect. So here's my 12. So we can see that it is 5.78 inches high, and it is 2.82 inches wide, and the depth is 0.29, which is not important right now. So we can use this information a little bit later, but what I did to find that is I Googled outside dimensions of, and then you would put the specific phone. So I hope that you guys have as much fun as um, uh, this project seems like it will be. I look forward to seeing your sketches. Make sure if you run into problems, you ask them early. I am not going to be available over the weekends. I have spent a lot of time over the Christmas break putting coursework together, and so at some point I have to like create a little bit of distance for myself and take those 2 days off and get away from my computer, even though it's something that doesn't always happen. All right, thank you. Bye.